Okay, we're going to continue our look at world leaders right now, and we're going to do a reading for Uncle Joe Biden. So let's see what we got. So the way that I do these, it is as if Joe Biden was sitting down with me looking for a general reading, and then I kind of go from there. But let's just see what we got going on. So the root card is the Ace of Pentacles, and the main card is the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is like the card that shows up for people who start their own business, and the Ten of Pentacles is basically inheritance and legacy. So here, this is all about Joe Biden's business dealings. Now let's just see what's on either side of this Ten of Pentacles. So there we have the Page of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Okay, well, with the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, this looks like there is probably some sort of new business venture, and the thing that leads up to the legacy card here is the Page of Wands. This is most likely Hunter, right? It's a Biden child. So the Page of Wands is very unique in the way that they do things. They do things differently than other people, and I guess you could say that about Hunter. Now here, the Page of Wands is upright, so this shows the page believing in themselves. And then we have the inheritance here, the legacy, what is passed on, and this moves forward to the Nine of Swords, which is basically anxiety and really worrying about stuff. It's like sleepless nights. So there's powerful energy that is happening currently with the Biden legacy, but it is coming with some anxiety. Now, let's just see what we have over here. The anxiety makes sense with what is going on now, but let's sort of see where this goes or what the fear is of specifically. And the Three of Pentacles is the collaboration. So it looks like the anxiety here is over the collaboration, I mean the other people that are involved in the Biden legacy. Now let's see exactly why, like how this Three of Pentacles is showing up, because this is upright and this is like everyone working together. And I guess immediately what I could see out of this, because in the Three of Pentacles, there is no clear leader. They are all peers and they're working together in a collaboration. So this might be fear of having to basically split the legacy up. Let's just see what we get. And the collaboration comes out with this Seven of Wands, and that's kind of emerging from a restriction. So I'm going to pull one more on the actual restriction, and the restriction shows up in a Five of Wands, which is chaos and competition, everyone fighting each other. So here it looks like previously in whatever the collaboration is in the Biden legacy, people had kind of been set against each other. The collaborators, right? And this looks like that sort of people being set against each other is stopping. So they're actually equal or working together at this point, and that causes the energy to come out of a restriction. Now, I guess we'll just pull a card here for the fate of the legacy, because this shows powerful energy happening with it. And this doesn't really show that it's being threatened, but it might just be divided. So let's just see, pulling a card for the Biden legacy. Holy balls. Then we get the Tower. All right. Now, it's interesting that the Tower comes out with this Seven of Wands, because the Seven of Wands is emerging from restriction, and the Tower actually shows that too. But the difference being, here a person just walks out of this forest. And with the Tower, it would be more like the forest is on fire and they have to run out of the forest, right? So the Tower is showing some sort of a collapse, but after the dust settles, it would also show emerging from a restriction. But we do have a force here that is disrupting the Biden legacy. All right, I'm just going to pull a card to see what we have here as the main force, I guess. And it is once again a 3, so this is interesting. The way that I would read this is the business dealings, the Biden business dealings, have been cooperative with other parties, and they've managed to be separate for a long time. And it looks like that is no longer going to be the case. So it's like all of the people that have worked together on this are kind of getting their own piece. And I think that's going to disrupt the Biden legacy quite a bit. And by legacy, I think what I'm really talking about is the money and the property and all of that. I don't think this is necessarily political legacy, but I'm going to collect these, and let's look at that specifically. If Uncle Joe is asking me about his political legacy or political career, I guess, let's just see what we got. All right, to make sense, we've got the Judgment card. Now, this could go a couple of different ways, but we definitely have a light being shown upon the things that are happening politically. And a reversed Wheel of Fortune. Dang. So this is big stuff, and I don't think it bodes particularly well for Joe Biden's political career, just because the reversed Wheel of Fortune is usually bad luck, right? So the Judgment card is showing, in the Judgment card, these people who are being judged, all of their shit is kind of put out there. There really are no secrets from the Angel of Judgment. And, you know, there's regret and the people are pleading and whatever. Now, the good side of the Judgment card is once all of this shit is out there in the open, then he wouldn't have to hide anything anymore because there would be nothing to hide. But for his political career, it looks like that is probably a bad thing. And the reverse Wheel of Fortune is bigger world energies, but because it's reversed, it's probably not particularly good. And the Judgment card is upright, so it's probably a fair judgment. It just wouldn't be good for the political career of Joe Biden. Okay, I guess I might as well pull a card just to see about the 2024 election, to see if Biden is going to make it to the 2024 election. And the Empress would say probably yes, right? We do have one more that wants to come out here. Wow. Look at all of that pregnancy, like sort of birth energy that's happening there. Now, the Empress would say as long as he is open to making it to the election, that it should happen. And the Three of Wands is just like not being super territorial. It's more like nurturing and loving and all of that. So that's probably the energy that would get him to that finish line. But it looks like he probably will make it to the 2024 election. Now, let's just look at the physical health. So we're going to do, I guess we got one that wants to come out immediately. Physical health of Joe Biden, and we get a reversed Knight of Wands. And it shows a lot of impulsive energy that is pretty much being bottled up. There is an impulse to do something, but it's not being followed. And that can definitely have an effect. It's like needing to maybe exercise, but not doing it. It's fire energy, right? And we got one more that wants to come out here, and it is pretty much showing exactly the same thing. So as far as physical health goes, it looks like he's ready to do something. There's something that he should do, and it's a quick moving, like fast burning energy, but it's being completely bottled up. And I'm pretty sure it's just talking about like some sort of exercise or something like that. But at any rate, it's Wands fire energy. It wants to come out, but it's not. So looking at this, if I were to give Joe Biden some health advice, I would say if you have the impulse to do a little dance or something like that, just allow yourself to do it. There's fire energy that wants to come out, and it's just not able to. Okay. Now, let's see just what else. Well, first, I guess we'll look at the spiritual health of Uncle Joe. So spiritually, as far as the spirit and what's the other word? I guess emotional sort of stuff. What do we got? And we get a 7 of Cups. Now, this looks like we also have the Tower on the bottom. But the 7 of Cups is creative energy. Just like George W. Bush, after he was done being the president, he became a painter, right? And that's pretty much what he spent his time doing once he was no longer the president. He just decided that he wanted to be a painter. This is similar energy. I'm going to put one more on here to see what we get. Yeah. Spiritually, it looks like Uncle Joe is ready to rest. I mean, he's ready to not be the president anymore on a spiritual level. And I'm just going to put this out there one more time because it was on the bottom. And it's the Tower. Oh my God. And the Tower is the restriction that gets forcibly taken away. Just looking at all this stuff, I think it would be good for him as a person if he did not get reelected. Now let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out here. Once again, we get the reverse Wheel of Fortune, so luck is about to not be on his side. And if he were here, he would ask me, well, is there anything I can do about that? And we get a reverse Queen of Swords, and I guess this is like brace for an attack because apparently he pissed somebody off. The reverse Queen of Swords is vindictive and vengeful. And she's really fucking good at cutting people where they are vulnerable because she's very clever, right? So what can he do to avoid this? Probably not too much, just sort of brace for the worst. All right. I guess that's pretty much what we have here. I'm not really sure what else to ask. Oh, we got one more card that wants to come out. So, if he were here with me doing a reading, I mean, whatever sort of agreements that he has made with other people, these agreements are being manipulated. They're being pulled at, and probably not in a way that benefits him, right? So people who had previously been his allies, I don't think they're going to be his allies anymore. And that's because of some other force that is manipulating their strings, right? Probably his strings as well. But that's what we have here. Now, if you have another angle that you would like to see this reading done from, or if you have any topics you want me to do readings on at all, then go to the Patreon page, and for as little as $5 a month, I will do your requests. You would also get access to exclusive Patreon readings and extended daily readings also. It's a really good deal. That's what we have for today, and peace. Is this the end of days? Will lava fill the bays? I'm gonna grab some tarot cards, let's see what they say. Who controls the press? Was Will Smith possessed? Let's shuffle up the cards and we'll see. And what about the freaking aliens? Whatever could they be? Let's ask the cards and see. Come on to my Patreon. It's only $5.